against refugees and migrants is unacceptable. 950 migrants drowned in the Mediterranean and not a squeak of remorse from any of the national politicians here in London. Isn't it a bloody shame?
We must send a strong political message. This is a fantastic show of strength that refugees are welcome. This toxic, racist debate that led to a wonderful human being who's fought for rights for refugees, Joe Cox, being murdered by a racist, fascist terrorist needs to end. A change must come and we must be that change.
It is hugely inspiring to see us filling Whitehall like this with a convoy to Calais. And whilst we take a moment to reflect on the heinous terroristic incident, we must also reflect that those people suffering injustice continue to suffer injustice, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. And that is why, when we reflect on all those things, as Neil Kinnock said, Joe Cox was a doer. And that's what we are. We are doing all that is necessary for evil to triumph. How can it be civilized for somebody to say, no, you cannot come across the border to give people goods, to show your love, to show your solidarity? That is injustice.
This is about aid to people who desperately need it, who have suffered more than most people in this country can imagine, who have risked their lives, lost their family members, seen their homes destroyed, and are living in utterly disgraceful conditions in the jungle in Calais. To the politicians in this country, stop pretending that ordinary working people in this country are racist or don't care about refugees. That is true of you, but it is not true of us.
Our message to the leaders of Europe: it is your wars, it's your wars and our wars as British people that have led to this refugee crisis and hundreds of thousands of people being forced out of their homes. When we get through to Calais later on today, as I'm sure we will, then we need to take another message as well. We need to take a message which says we want no more of these wars. We want no more wars, no more imperialist interventions in the Middle East or anywhere else.
But because they are human beings, often black or Muslim human beings, they are being left to drown in the sea. This is an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute outrage. Shame on Britain for refusing to take refugees, and shame on the rest of the European Union for not doing their fair share to take a reasonable and fair proportion of refugees. We still see tens of thousands of refugees stranded in Europe. They're stranded in Greece. They are stranded in Dunkirk and stranded in Calais. They are still there in Calais. That's why we've organised this convoy to Calais today. They have totally depleted their supplies in Calais. That's why this convoy to Calais is so important. People have, just because there's no media coverage, it doesn't mean that refugee camp in Calais is not there. There are still 3,000 refugees there, and they need our support and they need our aid. If Britain is not going to let them come here, then we should be allowed to deliver them aid and basic supplies that human beings need.